One of the problems I have is that I've got an office, it's full of junk and I don't have much room to do things. What I need is a better space to work in. Here's a nice clear space, but I would not be too popular if I used this for a lot of model making. What I need is something that I can work on, that I can move around and put in here, use, and then take away again. So here goes. A nod to safety first. We'll start with some protective paper. Now, if you've seen my previous channels, you'll know that I've used these quite extensively. These were made out of old packaging boxes, laminated together, lots of PVA, a bit of weight on them. They make quite good baseboards, but as you can see, they do go a bit bowed. So I need to strengthen those up. I found a bit of laminate, and I'm going to stick the laminate on the bottom of the cardboard. Glue of choice, just some grab adhesive. It's there. So now we just need something to weight it down. What better than another piece of stuff and some weights. There we go. I don't know about you, whenever I take things apart I tend to try and lose the little screws all over the floor, so let's do something about that. I've got a plastic tray here that came out of a sewing kit or something years ago. However, it has got a couple of little plastic raised areas on the bottom, so I've cut out some slots on there. I think we'll use some good old copy decks to stick that down. Good thing with copy decks is that it's removable fairly easily if you change your mind later and think that you didn't want to do that after all. It also dries clear. I'm just going to stick that in there. Once again, just going to need a little bit of weight on top, just to encourage it to sit there. So you can see this area here I've already cut out. That's because I got one of these ages ago. It's a suede brush, okay, and I've chopped out the bristles, so it's copper wire, and I've chopped out the bristles to make a gap, so I'm going to put some foam into, and I've chopped out the board so that the brush just sits in like so. Then I've got a couple of old bits of track, so I'm going to line the track up with the gap in the wire brush, and once again copy decks it. If I've got it in the right place, but there we go. And do the same at the other side. So I'm going to do now is take the wire brush out. If we place another short piece of wood on top, oops, try and balance my weights on top. Easier said than done. So far so good. Okay, that obviously wasn't going to work, so we've resorted to cramps, and we'll leave that to dry overnight, I think. Just for completeness, the grab adhesive has been sealed up temporarily with a heat screw down the hole. It's like I'd never been here. Day 2, here we go. So the big reveal. Did it work? It's moved around a bit, but hopefully that will do. Right, so the principle of this is then, the wire brush sits there like that, and then I've got these items which are homemade, 3D printed rolling roads. You can sit those on the rails either side. Swim in a bit. The idea is that, well, it's a bit high now because the right. So if we put the rolling roads that side, right. As you can see it's a bit too high because the tracker's compressed down. So I'm going to leave it and see if the cardboard comes back up out of the ground. It may be I have to take the tracks off and do it again. A 60-piece tool. Better. Right, I found a little bit of foam, cut for some packaging, just to make sure all the wires are out of the way. They seem to be. I'm just going to use a couple of lolly sticks, tongue depressors, I'm not sure which, just to make sure that there are no wires in the middle at all. And we're going to try shoving the foam in the middle. And then remove the lolly sticks. That seems to have done the job. We've now got an insulated brush. I can push in the contacts from there, just got to work out one for that one. Right, so we should be ready to test it. Right, so if you're wondering why we use this connector, This is because I use quite a lot of these little clipper power supplies, and that gives you 12 volt controlled, 12 volt uncontrolled and 15 volts AC. So I tend to always take them to the same connections, and then I can use any controller on any layout. So at the moment I've only got the 12 volts controlled rigged up. Let's move that down there. So that should be on that one. Try a little loop here. Right, that's there. So in theory, that will try to run. Right, let's try. Magic. It's there. See now that where I've soldered on the wires is completely in the wrong place. Some cleaning required. So I think what we've got here is a working prototype. This is a pretty manky little chinty. So we'll see what we can do with it. So at the moment it does run. It's probably a little bit dry. This is actually power steering fluid. So I'm going to use a little bit of this just to put some on the felt pads. Alright.
Yeah, I didn't know you were filming.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
So, bring it to work. Challenge. Try this one then. That works. It's much dirty. Right, a lot. by hand. So it seems a little bit freer than it was, a little bit cleaner. I think the acid test is going to be to try it back on the track, I think. There we are. Right, so these need slight redesigning. Designed for Hornby track, which is a bit finer. Here it is then, up on the layout. Let's swap the locos over, see what happens. Seems to get a dead spot. This is the unsilver square. I did worry about adding extra wire along the top of the rail because I thought it would raise the height up too far. However, it does seem to have done the trick. So I think that's it for this one. You're probably going to see this in use in anger up in the loft and around the place now. Hopefully it will lead to some more reliable trains in future. Thanks for watching. Please give it the old thumbs up, and if you'd like to subscribe for more, please do. Thanks, bye.